I'm going to demonstrate what we found to be the easiest way to get your handheld device connected to a wireless network. There are several pathways that you can do to actually get the connection set, but what we found here is what we think is just the fastest way to do it, and some wizards help you through doing this as well. If you're at the Today screen here, which is this main start screen, you should see a set of icons down at the bottom right. The one that we want particularly is the one that is the wireless LAN icon. Yours will probably start off by having a red exclamation or a red X through it. Since I already have a wireless profile and I'm using that profile to record this video, I'm not going to disable mine, or this would be a real short video. So if you click on this, what you should see is this these set of options. The first thing I'd suggest doing is go under the options menu, and from the pull down select regulatory and uncheck, if it is probably already checked, uncheck this 802.11d setting. This refers to some interoperability settings, and if you're not using a symbol access point, we found that if it's a Linksys, a Cisco, or several of the other ones, that they don't play the same when it comes to this 802.11d. So uncheck this, click Save, and then click OK to exit that. Then the next thing we recommend doing is go under Manage Profiles, and what you'll probably see in here is some preset profiles that came from the factory in here. One of these particularly that you're likely to see will say Motorola Out-of-Box Magic or Symbol Out-of-Box Magic. These are used in the event that you have hundreds of handhelds. It turns out to be easier to set up an access point that matches this profile. Since this isn't the case, the best thing to do is to delete all these profiles. Hold down the stylus, then from the secondary menu click delete. Again, I'm going to hold down the stylus and click delete. In my instance, I'm going to leave Tesla, our local profile here, enabled because this is what I'm actively using right now to do this demonstration, so I don't want to delete this. Your list will be blank. You'll click OK. Then once you have all those empty profiles, then go in under Find WLANs. And what this will do is this will scan available networks and access points that it finds immediately in your area. You may see one, you may see many of them. It isn't uncommon if you're in a busy office park area to see several of them. In my case, I recognize Tesla as the one that I want. I will again hold down the stylus and click Connect. And I suggest keeping the name of the profile to be the same as the ESS ID, otherwise I think you'll just be confused. Your operating mode here is infrastructure versus ad hoc. Ad hoc refers to point-to-point. Infrastructure refers to the fact that you're using an access point. Authentication, chances are you will leave this as none. This refers to things such as LEAP and PEEP and other funny authentication names that chances are you aren't using. The one that you do hopefully are using is encryption, and this refers to the wireless security settings that you have established on your wireless network. So WEP and TKIP and WPA, these are all the pieces that you'll see in here. Hopefully you're not using WEP. That's not a secure standard anymore. TKIP is what we are using. That one still is safe. So I'm going to select TKIP. Sometimes your access point may call that WPA or WPA2. Yes, it is all alphabet soup, and yes, it is confusing. If you dig down into your access point settings, chances are something in there is using the phrase TKIP or AES, and quite likely it is TKIP. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to click Next. For the pass key, this is the one that's assigned on the access point. It's easiest to potentially enter this through this soft keypad right here. In my case, I'm not going to tell you what mine is, but you would be able to put this in and then click Next. The IP address entry refers to whether you're going to set a static IP address or whether you'll use DHCP. Frankly, in almost all cases, we're going to recommend that you use DHCP and let your DHCP do the work of actually assigning the IP address. Then simply just accept the defaults all the way through. I'm going to stop short of finishing this one because if I do this all the way, I'm going to wipe out my current setting, which I don't want to do. You will click Finish and go all the way through. So now that I have this, you probably will see in yours that you've got this green here to say that you've got a connection. If you click OK, hopefully what you've seen now is this icon for you has changed to match what mine looks like. There's a couple diagnostics that I can show you that can help confirm that you're doing okay. Wireless status will give some various options, but the one that I find important is this IPv4 status. If you click that, you will hopefully see that you have an IP address assigned from your DHCP server. If you see nothing but all zeros, it means that something is stopping you from getting that setting. It could be your wireless access setting or your passphrase that you've put in. Any of those could be wrong. Hopefully you see an IP address there. Then you can click OK and get out of that. Then the other one that I find convenient is wireless diagnostics. This ICMP ping is the same kind of ping that you're probably been using from a desktop or from the server. If you select that, you can type in an IP address that you want. I have a couple that are in my saved cache. This is the IP address of my router, so I know that that's going to respond to me if I click Start Test. And what I'm seeing here is it's assigning the speed into these different histogram settings that are right here. The important thing that you should be seeing is that the total transmitted and the total received are growing together, and that you don't have any lost packets, or in this case where you may have the occasional lost packet that might come from some other interference in your environment. But basically this is what you'll want to see here, is the fact that these are not all lost. The other option that's also useful to test is to make an entry here for a specific server name or some other named host that you know is going to respond. This will confirm that you have the DNS resolution that is actually being picked up by your handheld as well. And again, you'll want to see the transmitted and the received growing together and zero or very few lost packets. So I'm going to stop that test and then click OK. And OK again to return to that main screen. And there you go. That should get you easily set up for your wireless settings.